Thanks very much for joining me again. It's good to see you. Now, as I promised in my last video, I'm going to talk about the third emotion, which is called greed, desire for money. Now, before I say anything about greed, I would like to tell you a little bit about history. In Hinduism, there's a certain sect which is under the misconception that touching money is a sin. If you touch money, that means you can't get closer to God, you can't be very spiritual. And when our first founder of the Sikh religion, Guru Nanak, came into this world, he said, no, this is not right. You cannot do that, because he laid down three fundamental principles for us, and that is first one is called Kirt Karo, which means make a living. The second one is called Naam Japo, which means that we must meditate or remember Almighty God all the time. And the third thing he said was Vant Chako, which means share your earning. Now the thing is that money is is something we need it. It's not something we can do without. It's only when we make money, we have a means of making a living, we provide a product or a service to fellow human beings. And by providing either a product or a service, we can be soldier, farmer, trader, but only that's how we make money. That's when we become part of the society and we serve each other. That's very important. It gives us the money to put food on the table, and it gives you self-esteem that you're doing something, you have got something. So it's very important that we make a living by working. Now, that's the reason we need the money, and envisaging a life without money is not practical, because if you don't have money, we can't put food on the table. There's nothing, what can you say about, there's no life without money. Having said that, it's very important that we understand it. What I mean by understand it, envisaging a life without money is not practical. We all need money to live, but to live just for money is no living. What is I mean by living for money? Living for money is when we are under this illusion that the more money I have, the happier I will be. That is not the case. We certainly need certain amount of money to conduct our life, but when you are suffering with uncontrolled greed, the problem with that is that it never sees what you have. It only sees what you don't have, and as a result, you never have enough. You keep chasing money, and that can have a very detrimental effect on you as well as your family. You are blinded by money so much that you are running after it. In the meantime, you and your wife can drift apart. Your children will grow up and they will ask you, where were you when we were growing up? You might find that one day you have lots of money, but you have nothing common with you and your family, and that's not a good place to be. So understanding money is very, very important. I'm sure that if you are a self-employed person, your money is never the same at the end of the month. Sometimes you have X amount of money, sometimes you have 2X, sometimes 5X. As long as your bills are paid and you have a little bit of extra cushion, the additional money doesn't actually do anything for you. You're not eating more, you're not sleeping in 2 beds, you're still sleeping in 1 bed and eating one certain amount of food. So it becomes like it sits in our mind and it sits in our bank, but it doesn't do anything for us. So we need to develop a relationship that, I need certain amount of money, and that's all. And that's what the divine teaching is. Use the money, don't let it abuse you. Yeah. And do I want to say anything else about it? I hope I made my point, and if you understand it, reflect on it, and I'll let you choose and make your choices. Thanks very much for listening to me. I'll see you next time, and next time I'm going to talk about something called attachment. I look forward to seeing you then. Thank you.